Mitchell will jump center against Collette in this game. As usual, the Aggies go right to left here in the first half, and the tap control. Julian Perry from David Collette. Perkins picks it up. San Jose starts in zone defense, and that is something they don't do a lot of.
Well, they're probably doing that to protect themselves a little bit.
Collette off to Chris Smith. A three-pointer on the left is perfect. So a great movement of the ball to start with in the three ball. A very comfortable three.
Very comfortable three. Lots of time.
For Chris Smith, his 22nd three-pointer of the season. Aggies lead 3-0. Gainer dribble drive. Very aggressive player, as Stu said, offensively. Goes cross court, holding ball for a moment with Singer. Now they lob underneath, they get it to Bossor, and he lays it in.
That's too easy. If you're going to front, you got to be able to jump up a little, make that a harder pass.
3-2 score as they go inside to Bossor to get that basket. All right, top of the key against that zone. Free throw line pass to Collette. Slip it low. Jalen Moore gets fouled down underneath as he goes up to shoot the shot.
Again, nice high-low drop pass. I like that.
Fouls on Brandon Mitchell. That'll be his first. Jalen, of course, in the run of, 10 consecutive games scoring double figures. Yeah. He hasn't gotten there with great shooting every single game, but he always gets there.
Well, he's just going all the time. He's a real producer, both offensively and defensively.
Leading rebounder, too, and I was just saying he's really going with free throws lately, and he missed one right there. He had actually back-to-back really playing against these guys about as well as he played against anybody last year. 10-6 in the two games. And this is both free throws.
That was both bad shots.
Ivo Bossor does get the rebound for the Spartans. It's a 3-2 Aggie lead. We're at 19 minutes to play here in the first half. Aggies go to zone defense themselves. So Gainer still with the dribble. Goes over to Mitchell on the left wing, back to Gainer, top of the key. Gainer back to Mitchell. Shot clock down to 16. Gainer didn't catch it clean, but gets it. Now he dribble drives to the free throw line, goes to the left, gets into the key, pass it in the corner, three-point shots on the way, and good over there by Mitchell. You know what? That's Brandon Mitchell's first three-pointer of the year. He's 0 for 2.
That's incredible. Well, we're going to see a lot of firsts with this outfit.
There's Chris Smith in the corner, looked at the three. Now Perkins will shoot the three, and he missed it. The slap in the air, nobody's got it. Finally, it's San Jose with a rebound. Flipped back in a nice way by Isaac Thornton to save the ball. Get it to Gainer. Spartans are up 5-3 on the Aggies, and the Aggies go back to man-to-man defense this trip. 18-13 to play here in the first half. Gainer over the left angle. Bossor with the screen. Now Gainer to the right. Down in the corner. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Thornton. It's no good. And Bossor had the rebound. Dropped it. Picked up by Mitchell. Blocked by Jalen Moore. And now a jump ball. Alternating possession. The Spartans will have it.
Spartans basketball.
So Jalen's turned into a shot blocker inside.
He blocked that one away.
Yeah.
Moore with his 10th block of the year. Collette leads the team with 20. They will go back to 35 seconds on the shot clock here. And 17:59 to play. Spartans by 5-3. They lob the ball out now to Thornton, who drives against Perry, takes him all the way down underneath, and then throws it back out front to Gainer, and he'll launch the long three and make it. Gainer's 10th three of the year, his 4th start of the year, and the Spartans now lead at 8-3, scoring 8 straight points. They're still in their zone. Free throw line to Jalen Moore. Left side to Perry. Now Darius Perkins almost walked as he finally got the pass off. Dribble drive Perry. Baseline Collette. 15-footer on the base left is too long. Easy rebound for Singer.
And he wanted that too bad. Yep, flat shot.
And then they just slow it down and bring it down. So the Aggies down 8-3. All right, dribble drive by Gainer again. Slips it low. Singer swings around, doesn't shoot. Bossor will shoot a 17-footer, miss it off the side of the rim, and the rebound to Chris Smith for the Aggies. So the Aggies still down by 5, bringing it up. Darius Perkins out front, stops, goes to Moore. Now it's Chris Smith on the right, against the zone. Darius Perkins. We're 3 minutes into the game, and the Aggies facing the zone, hit the three. Now they go inside to Collette, and threw his hands out of bounds.
Took his eyes off of that. He was looking to go somewhere.
Seeing where his defense was.
Right now, the zone's got us standing a little bit, and I see where I think Stu called a series where they were going to do some cutting. I think cutting will help them. They got to get moving on offense a little bit with them.
Every scoreboard is out in the spectrum right now, and still it's an 8-3 ball game, and now that's the reason why Dick Cartmel was wondering what the heck's going on with the scoreboard at the shot and the shot clocks are fine. But again, we just got the side ones and the other ones are out. But again, the ones with the game clock, and then we've got the score down here at 8-3. So 27 to shoot. San Jose with the ball.
There's something up there.
Yeah, you can still, I guess, get something up top. Well, that looks like it's just got stats on it.
Yeah, it doesn't have any time.
Okay, top of the key. Dribble drive by Gaynor. He got by Collette. 15-footer by Gaynor is short. Goes off the hand, and it's finally rebounded by Jalen Moore. Now to Darius. Still the Aggies down 5. Perkins brings it front court. Goes top of the key to Jalen Moore. Left side to Chris Smith. Down in the corner left side to Julian Perry against that zone.
See how we're just kind of standing? They're just passing and standing.
Now Perkins.
Need to get a cutter through. Got
that ball to the top of the key to Collette. There it is. Trying to get it to Cutter. To swing around and a good 15-foot floater by Jalen Moore. Makes it a 8-5 ball game instead off the 8-0 run that the Spartans had there early. Now we're 4 minutes into the game. Utah State down now by 3. All right, Gaynor over here to the right. Top of the key, Bossor. He goes over the left side now to Thornton. Thornton dribble drive on Perry. Trying to get a little space there. Now he's dribbling to the free throw line. Goes down into the meat. And now the guy on the floor actually maybe fouled him as he fell down. He just happened to be on the floor. Yeah, they're going to call it on Julian Perry. He fell down, and the guy ran into him.
Yeah, he was falling. That's like impeding your progress.
So a timeout on the floor with 15:55 to play, and it's San Jose 8 and the Aggies 5 early in this Mountain West opener, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network. Chris Smith and Orchard out front. Pass it away. Sam Orchard threw it right into the arms of Mitchell. Brings it down. Goes cross court with a pass. Gaynor. Now Singer for the launch for 3. It's way short. Long rebound, though. Fought for and grabbed by Thornton. Singer back to Thornton. Thornton on the right side. Back out front to Gaynor. So the ball game is still 8-5.
Did you see that little subtlety on that rebound? Everybody was running away from the ball.
Yep. All right, Thornton off the screen. Jalen didn't pick him up. He goes over on the left-hand side, handling the ball for a minute. Mitchell now gives it back to a driving Gaynor on Smith. Pull up, 10-footer is on the rim and no, and it drops to Sam Orchard. So Sam brings the rebound down. Sam down the floor, takes it over the right side to Chris Smith. Still 8-5 Spartans. JoJo in the corner to Jalen Moore against the zone. Now over on the right side, the 3 by Chris Smith is good. Ties it at 8. He's got 6.
Yeah, Chris can do that. He's a nice shooter out there. He just needs to wait for his opening.
41% on the year from 3. Actually a better percentage than 2-point shooting for him. 8-8 tie. 14.5 to play here in the first half. All right, Thornton around a screen. Down the middle he goes. In the corner. He finds a dribble drive and a pass off into the key. Tough pass. Sam Orchard went to steal it, fighting for it. Sam comes up with it. Great play by Sam to get the ball away in that scrum. Now he gets it to Jalen Moore. Nice hustle by the freshman. Orchard brings it up. Goes to JoJo McGlasson against the zone. Right side to Chris Smith again. Now free throw line pass to Jalen Moore. Couple dribbles, then goes back to JoJo, and a three-pointer on the left wing is no good by McGlasson off the bench. Bossor gets the rebound. Still tied at 8. Now we're 6 minutes into the game. You can tell San Jose doesn't want to push the pace with their limited players that they have on their roster. Gaynor with a high post pass. Out on the left-hand side, Mitchell. Mitchell cross-court finds Thornton. Right in front of the Aggie bench, Gaynor. Screen from Bossor. Then he goes between the screen. Orchard almost took it away, but then Gaynor took it with the basket, missed it. Jalen Moore gets the rebound. All right, Jalen gets the ball to Sam. Orchard. Pass it down to the corner, JoJo. Back to Sam. Orchard goes into the key. Back to Jalen. Now a 3. Oh, that's off on the left side. I can see that from the start. Fighting for the rebound. It's actually knocked out of bounds by maybe San Jose State. Yep, it is knocked out by the Spartan down there. Chris Smith went for it, then didn't go for it, and finally it was knocked out down in the corner by Mitchell.
It would be an interesting thing to do right now when you're short-handed like that. If we take it to the basket, either they're going to have to back off or foul, and they could, psychologically they're in foul trouble already.
Even with the zone, you can still get some penetration.
Oh, you can. Yeah, if you
it's almost like right now we don't want to.
Yeah, I know it. We're shooting the threes, aren't we?
Yep, we are. Throw it to McGlaston near the timeline. They'll hand it back to Orchard. Mahoney checks into the game for San Jose State, their first substitute.
They're man-to-man now.
San Mateo, California. First time they've shown man-to-man.
Yeah, the 2 new substitutions are going to play some man.
Yeah, and Bollert is the other one in there. So they've got their 2 subs. Lob the ball under the basket, taken away by Bossor as they went for JoJo on the lob. Mahoney comes. The Aggies have turned it over 3 times.
Yeah, that was not unintentional.
Singer on the right, screen Bossor. Now he goes cross-court with a pass. Mahoney gets it over on the left-hand wing, free throw line extended. The screen from Bullard, the football player. Now Singer on the right-hand side. Shot clock down to 17. Penetrating move. 16-footer is on the way by Thornton. It's good. Isaac Thornton. His first 2 of the game.
Timeout, Spartan.
A timeout for San Jose State. Coach Wojcik wants a 30-second coach's timeout. 12:43 to play. Spartans lead at 10-8 over the Aggies, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network. Well, Coach Wojcik's team takes the lead. He calls the timeout.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know what he's got going there.
He didn't make any substitutes. I did. He brought back Gaynor.
Yeah, Gaynor. Let's see if they stay in some man here. It doesn't look like it.
It looks like they're going back to zone, yeah.
They gave that one shot of man.
Yep. And the Aggies went for a lob and threw the ball away.
Yeah.
When they went to the man. And Perkins back in at point guard. Free throw line pass, and Sean Harris threw it way too hard, trying to throw it underneath Jalen Moore. So that is turnover number 4 on the Aggies already early in this game.
Just seems to me like the ball isn't moving to enough guys that are not quite ready for everything that's happening.
So it's still a 10-8 lead. Spartans up 2. Gaynor back in, goes cross-court with a pass. Mitchell gets it off to Mahoney. Ball slapped away by Sean Harris for a minute, but he get it back. Now Mitchell comes around and gets it on the right wing. Drives on JoJo. There's a hand check on McGlaston. Got to have the hands up rather than into the body.
He needs to, when he makes that penetrating move, he needs to take a drop step back towards the back and then close. But he went with him and hand checked him. It was an easy call from here, wasn't it?
Yep. So now Mahoney to inbound the ball. Goes to Bossor out near the timeline, or near the free throw line. Ball's deflected away out front by Chris Smith. It goes to the backcourt. Gaynor gets it. In San Jose State, leading by 2. Gaynor takes it over to the left side. He accelerates, goes down the middle, puts up the runner, missed it again. He's not shooting well.
Nice rebound by Harris. Yep.
Harris to Perkins. Perkins pushes the play. Over to the right to McGlaston. Down in the corner, Chris Smith gets it. Goes to the right corner, back out front. McGlaston, the Aggies will set it up as we go under 12 minutes. Oh, Sean Harris didn't think it coming. Now Chris Smith, another 3, missed that one. And Collette couldn't get the long rebound. Gaynor does. Now he pushes. He goes 1-on-3, and the ball's blocked away by JoJo out of bounds. So it'll be an immediate timeout. He's in man-to-man. And Singer goes to Bossor, and he shoots a long 3 and missed it. Rebound comes off to Darius Perkins. That was Evo Bossor's first 3 of the year, at least his first try. Perkins against the zone defense, backs back. Aggies down 2 with the ball again. Julian Perry goes short corner, and Sean Harris throws the ball away.
Wow.
The Aggies' ball handling against the zone really bad.
Yeah, I don't see any
Trying
of
to make
that.
some passes that just aren't there.
Nobody was there. I mean, you know,
and it had some acceleration on it, throwing it away.
Maybe he knows that cheerleader over there is closer to her than anybody.
That's 5 turnovers on a team that averages about 10 a game. And we're at 11-13 still to play first half, down 2. Off the screen, Mitchell curls into the key. 15-footer is in and out. And then Collette took the rebound away from Bossor, finally picked up by the Aggies. So Utah State comes down, trailing by 2. Darius Perkins jump shot down the middle for 3. Got fouled and scored. He gets a chance at a 4-point play. He hesitated, and then he made it.
Yeah.
Foul called on Isaac Thornton. So Darius gets the rare opportunity to make a 4-point play.
Yeah, the key time. That's a big rally in this game.
Oh, and the way this one's going right now.
10-11 with 10:57 to go. That's something.
Now 1 free throw for Perkins. Darius on the year for the Aggies has made 21 of 29, 72%. Aggies as a team now up to 71%, second in the conference. And he makes the free throw.
Yeah, they're going to be all right.
Wasn't great at the start of the year free throw shooting. That's 4 for Perkins on a 4-point play, and the Aggies lead 12-10. A 4-point play for the Aggies. Now with a 2-point lead. They led 3-0 at the start of the game. Now here's the penetrating move and a dip to the basket. The miss by Thornton and a rebound foul. Nope, they're just saying knocked out of bounds by San Jose. Jalen's rubbing the back of his head like I thought I got fouled, but the Aggies have the ball. So 10:43 left, first half. Aggies 12 and Spartans 10. San Jose stays in their zone. Perkins takes it over the right side. Now McGlaston at the point. Left side, Jalen comes back to JoJo, penetrates at the free throw line, goes low to Jalen Moore, scoops it up, and he got fouled on the shot. Didn't make it, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Bossor. Bossor now has 1 foul, Mitchell 1 foul, and Thornton 1 foul, and Jalen Moore will be at the foul line.
I like that down inside. We were just talking about that earlier.
JoJo got the penetration.
That's right, yeah. And if they hadn't called the foul, we got the easy bucket, so, you know, it's all good right there.
Jalen missed his first 2 in this game, so now he finally nets it perfectly. Now Mahoney comes into the game replacing Isaac Thornton. Thornton, one of the leaders in steals in the conference so far. Mahoney's a walk-on, didn't score in the last 3 games when he has started to be more a part of this team. He misses, Moore does the second, so he's 1 out of 4 at the foul line. Aggies lead by 3, matching their biggest lead, 13-10. 10:20 to play here in the first. All right, Mahoney on the side. Aggies playing zone defense this trip. Mahoney over on the left side. Now it's Gaynor. Back it goes to Mahoney, who stretches, goes back to Gaynor, looked at the 3 for a minute, and then saw Moore's long arm come at him. Gets it back with 13 to shoot on this right-hand angle. Now 10 to shoot. Gaynor goes back to Mahoney on the left. He'll launch the long 3. Didn't get it. Jalen Moore boards for the Aggies.
Nice rebound. Good position.
Now it's Darius Perkins bringing it down for the Aggies. Goes back to Jalen. He'll launch a 3 down the middle on the transition. Makes the 3. He can't make free throws, but he makes a 3.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
16-10. Jalen Moore now with 6 points, and the Aggie lead 6 here in the first half. 9:40 to play. Mahoney on the left. Mitchell and Mahoney on that side. Gaynor over on this side. Come back over here on the right to Gaynor. Gaynor not off to that strong shooting start. 1 for 7. He's dribbling out front. Now he penetrates, goes down the right, pulls it back to the left, goes into the key, puts it up over Collette hard, no good. Moore got a hand on it, and finally the rebound. Nobody's got it. Bossor tips it back to Mahoney. Mahoney goes over on the left. Fake 3 by Mitchell. Dribble drive Mitchell on the baseline. A runner is partially blocked. McGlaston went up and got a piece of it, and the rebound to Collette. Collette gets the ball to Darius Perkins. Perkins cross court. JoJo. McGlaston 3 right side. It banks!
That was a little hard, but it got the score.
No, at least he shot it in the direction. So
It's raining 3s right now, Al.
Aggies have scored 11 straight points to lead now with 8:45 to play here in the first half. Gaynor probing over on the left side. Mahoney free throw line extended left side. Now it's Jalen Moore trying to take it away from Mahoney. Knocked it out front, but Mahoney's got it back with 15 to shoot. Aggies in man-to-man defense. Gaynor, top of the key, goes back to the right. JoJo saw it coming. He got it. He bounces the pass ahead. Can Perry pick it up? He does. He goes back to JoJo. He does.
He tested Perry with a nice lead pass. He chased it down, tipped it back. It was a nice play.
Perry hustled to get that ball. Nice play. Now, JoJo made the steal on the passing lane.
Nice
then he
return.
led the pass. Perry hustled for the ball and got it back. And then JoJo does get a dunk, Coach.
Yeah, he got his dunk. We're talking about
now his rhythm should be there now.
I think he feels a little bigger and stronger in this game, looking like we are.
5 points for McGlaston now in the last few moments here. The bank 3 and then the dunk. And the Aggies are on a 13-0 run that goes back to when they were down by 10-8.
Yep.
So they're on a 13-0 run probably over, I'm guessing, about the last 4.5, 5 minutes. Somewhere
like that. Yep. Good run, although, it certainly is on shooting. Nice three-point shooting, but they're pushing the ball down quick, taking the shot out of rhythm on early offense. So that's what they're getting done.
Got some of the details of San Diego State's win over Air Force today, 53-49. The Aztecs led by 14.5 on their home floor, and then Air Force came back. They shot 44% against San Diego State.
That's pretty good.
But they did have 17 turnovers to this Aztecs 9. Air Force out-rebounded San Jose State, 34-30. The Air Force does have some returning players from last year.
Yeah,
not as many returning guys as anybody in the conference.
They're going to be pretty good. They're always sticky over there.
They did lose Coggins, that one guy who transferred to, I think, Fullerton or someplace down in Southern California. Irvine, Fullerton, or Northridge, someplace. 21-10 the score. 8 minutes to play. Here's Gaynor from 17 feet. No good. He's still off, and the rebound grabbed by Chris Smith. Off his hand, though. Mitchell picks it up and saves it.
That ball didn't have a handle. Floated through 3 players.
Gaynor finds Singer in the corner against the Aggie running zone. Goes over on the left-hand side, Mitchell. Out front, Gaynor again. Now Gaynor underneath the pass, throws to Singer, lay it up and in. So Ryan Singer with a basket. Good pass by, Gaynor out front.
Yeah, and it's a nice avoid by Collette. He could have hammered him. Well, he didn't.
1 for 9, Gaynor, but that was a nice assist pass to stop the Aggie 13-0 run. It's 21-12. They tipped the ball away inside and then slapped it out of bounds, but last touch by the Aggies out of bounds. Yep. So the Aggies turn it over for their 6th time in the game, still lead at 21-12 with 7:24 to play in the first half. Timeout. This is the Utah State Aggie Network. Remember, join us Saturday for Aggie basketball at Taco Bell Arena in Boise as the Aggies take on the Broncos. Our pregame show will be at 11 on Saturday. And then Monday night will be another coaches show. Tarvis Felton was with us at A&W for a terrific show we had Monday night this week. Next week, Stu or one of the assistants will be with us. We do not know where the location is. Hopefully we can make that announcement during the game on Saturday, and we'll let you know. And incidentally, next Monday, there is a coaches luncheon in Cache Valley. That will be at the Elements restaurant. Okay, Elements restaurant on Monday. That will be a coaches luncheon at noon.
Nice start for the Aggies. We've warmed up on the shooting percentage. We're up to 58% shooting, but raining threes, 55% from threes.
Made 5 out of 9.
Yeah, nice shot there.
Aggies, 9 of 12 shots have been three-point shots.
Yeah,
they lead it, get a 13-0 run to grab that 21-10 lead. Now it's 21-12 for Utah State. Gaynor brings it over to the right. Back to Bossor. He goes over on the left-hand side now. Back into the game, a dribble drive. Thornton gives it back to Bossor, and he'll launch the three out of the left wing, and he rattles it out. Rebound to Henry Bolton III, who checks in for the first time, the freshman. Avon Park in Florida, his hometown, although as he's told us, he's lived all over the place. Julian Perry on the right side against the zone. Now Henry back at the top of the key. A bad pass by Henry. Throws the ball right away. Now down the floor goes Gaynor. The trailer down the middle. He runs into Bolton, and it's a charge. Henry was outside the line, and he takes the charge. He stayed there and waited for Mitchell to drive over him for his second foul on Mitchell.
Offensive foul on Brandon Mitchell.
So
yeah, he was there. I don't know why he didn't give the ball back. They had 2-on-1 and split.
What happened was Gaynor took the ball down and then left it behind, and then the guy trailing behind ran right into Henry.
Hand it back to him, and he would have been standing there.
Still 21-12 for the Aggies. All right, lob it over on the right side of Julian Perry. He lobs it, skips it cross court. Chris Smith, free throw line to Jalen Moore against the zone. Then in the corner, three-pointer by Julian Perry. No good off the side of the rim. Looked like a pretty good shot. Bossor gets the rebound. Here comes Gaynor pushing it again against Bolton. He goes and he misses the layup. And the rebound for the Aggies to Bolton eventually on the push. Now he comes to the right side. Bolton all the way down the middle. Gets bumped in the key. The ball's knocked out of bounds by San Jose.
Aggie basketball.
Aggies will have it with 6:17 to play. Oh, and Elston Jones is in the game.
Yeah, Elston came at the last dead ball.
Freshman out of Goodyear, Arizona, has checked in.
Colette's struggling a little bit. Can't get in this game right now. He just doesn't...
Almost having a hard time even holding on to the ball.
He's just not into it right now.
Mahoney checks in for the Spartans. Again, they only have 7, so there's 2 guys sitting on their bench at all times. Lob it out to Chris Smith between the circles. Now Bolton will come out and get it. Bolton with the Aggies a 9-point lead. It's been all zone except one possession for San Jose in this game.
We've been a couple of minutes with nothing.
Now Elston Jones out to Bolton. 3-pointer down the middle. Henry, good! Rainbow in 24-12. Bolton cans that 3 with under 6 minutes to play now. The Aggies lead by 12 in the first half. Now it's Gaynor right in front of Stu Morrow with Julian Perry on the defense. Now they get the screen. Julian fights through it. The ball deflected by Chris Smith, but grabbed over there on the side by Thornton. Isaac Thornton brings the pass back to, again, Daryl Gaynor II out of Las Vegas. He gets the screen from Bossor and splits the screen, goes down the middle with a teardrop floater and missed again. Jalen Moore gets the rebound. Gaynor cannot make a basket.
No,
he's 1 for 10 or 11. Over on the right, Julian Perry. Out front, Jalen fakes the 3, dribble drive now into the key and gets fouled on the drive. So Jalen was fouled. I think the foul is either on 5 or 10. We'll see which way they go.
Doran got either one, really.
Dick Hart will get together and talk about which one fouled. Going to call it on Gaynor for the grab. So Gaynor's first. Right now, the Aggies have committed 2 fouls. San Jose has committed 5. Now, again, they don't want to commit many fouls when you've got 7 guys.
They're going to have to start backing off a little.
McGlaston checks in for Julian Perry for Utah State, and Darius Perkins is in for Bolton. Now inbound play goes to JoJo, 15-footer on the left, way too hard. Rebound Bossor. It was a wide open shot, and it wasn't even close.
Over jumped to me, that's a wide open, nice little jumper.
Gaynor walks it down, a 12-point lead for Utah State here in the first half. After that little 13-0 run, got the Aggies finally going. Yo-yo to the right, Gaynor. Lobs for Bossor over the top, and we have a foul on Elston Jones. Trying to front it, and he backed into him on that lob play over the top. They've used that lob a couple times against the Aggie man.
Because it looks open because we don't have any backside help right there, but it's coming, but it's a little too late.
4:59 to play first half. Utah State 24-12. Mahoney inbounds the ball. Free throw line. Gaynor cross court. Bossor comes back to Gaynor on the right. Gaynor back out front. Singer. Back to Gaynor on the right-hand side in front of the Aggie bench. Now he lobs for Bossor inside. They double him inside. He goes back in the corner to Singer. A three-pointer by Singer. No good, and JoJo cradles the rebound.
Nice rebound.
Outlets to Chris Smith. Smith jumps in the air. Throws it back to Elston Jones.
I thought he was going to go to the basket.
Now JoJo goes to the basket. Passes in the corner, and Jalen Moore for three. Got it! Assist from JoJo. And now Singer got hurt. And he's had I think I noticed
he's got a knee brace.
He's had a knee brace on, and I hope that isn't anything that that knee is really gone. No, he's up. They're going to bring in Bullard. Make it Andrew Bullard, tight end for the football team. He had 5 points against Washington State. San Mateo is his hometown. Played this year as a freshman for the football squad as a tight end. Aggie lead 15. All right, out front Thornton. Mahoney back to Thornton over on the left. Thornton, now they go on the right-hand side. Here's Gaynor, 15-footer on the baseline. It's short, and a rebound Jalen Moore again. Boy, Gaynor just keeps pumping him and can't make him. All right, Darius front court. Trailer is Jalen. Now JoJo back to Jalen. Another three by Moore, and it's good again. Jalen Moore has 12 points, and it's 30-12 Utah State.
And it's raining threes. We're just shooting up the threes.
Well, against that zone, the Aggies came into the game shooting 35% as three. Not a bad percentage.
No, that's
a pretty good percentage, and they're certainly beating that tonight. All right, Gaynor jump pass over on the left, and Thornton will bomb a long three, and it's off. No good. Bullard had the rebound. Mahoney takes it away from him. The littlest guy on the floor. Back to Gaynor. Another three by Gaynor. He missed it again. Rebound run down by JoJo on the baseline. McGlaston outlet to the timeline to Darius.
You better go rebound when Gaynor's shooting.
Yep. Here's another three. Jalen Moore. Yes, again. He is red hot. Jalen Moore has made his last 4 three-point shots. And it is a 33-12 Aggie lead here in the first half over San Jose State. Now Mahoney to Gaynor.
I'm kind of glad they're sitting in the man, doing a little bit of work on man. That's what getting their heart started, I think.
Now Mahoney pops back, goes cross-court Gaynor. He's 1 for 12 shooting the ball so far. Shot 27 times against Washington State. All right, between the circles. Now Thornton yo-yoing, comes back behind the screen of Bullard and dribbles between the Aggies, goes in against Elston Jones. The shot is no good, and the rebound is finally grabbed by an Aggie, but then taken away by San Jose, but there's a shot clock violation. It never hit the rim. So we're going to get an immediate timeout. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in the first half. The Aggie lead is 30 there with those defensive boards. David Collette back in. Goes to McGlaston. They've gone man-to-man now as the Aggies are starting to make the three. So they go inside to Sean Harris, who backs him down and backs it short. About a little 10-foot banker on the baseline. Mahoney got the board for San Jose State. Spartans bring it up, down by 19. Over here to the right. Down the middle comes Singer. Back on the left-hand side, Thornton. Thornton, a little screen there from Singer. Slips off it, goes back to Singer, and he'll launch the three. It's way short. In fact, I think he's going to be saying, I was passing the ball to Bossor.
I was going to say, it didn't make it 3/4 of the way, did it?
No.
What's the 6'9" kid doing out there? He's 2 feet behind the three-point line.
Well, he's 6'9", 220, Colorado kid. Went to Virginia at a military academy. Now they bounce the ball inbounds to Gaynor. Well, what a struggle it is for him tonight, but you can tell he wants to be a energizer. He goes down the middle of Bossor, who wipes out Sean Harris out of bounds with the ball, and it just touched out of bounds by Sean.
Threw it off his back. He's trying to wrap around.
10 to shoot for the Spartans, who trail at 33-12, 2:01 to play. All right, now Mahoney will be the trigger man for them on the baseline. He throws it over the head of Collette, who swats it away. Collette tries to fight Bossor and get it. Bossor gets it. Now Bossor gets it to Mahoney. They got to shoot quickly here. Mahoney dribble drive, spins in the key, turn around, 5-footer in front of the basket, no good. Sean Harris rebounds. Boy, they've gone stone cold.
They can't get a bucket.
Now Darius brings it down, screens Collette. Goes down in deep, back to David. David drives down the right side on Bossor. 10-foot runner, no good. Rebound, Sean Harris tapped it. Collette went for it, didn't get it. And Thornton is fouled middle of the floor by JoJo McGlaston.
Foul by JoJo McGlaston.
That'll be his second. Aggie's fourth team foul. 1:38 left in the half. Turnabout and Truck Outfitters, the place to get retractable truck bed covers, winches, wheels, and tires at 10th West and 8th North brings you the game. And this is a weekend. You can still go to Cubex this weekend and get a special deal on getting into this industry-first series of individual cubes to give you that complete workout at Cubex. What a great workout system it is. And they bring you the game, and they got this special weekend rate going on the rest of this first of the year weekend. Turnaround Mahoney and a three-pointer out on the right wing missed. Rebound Chris Smith for the Aggies. Now Perkins front court. Perkins takes it to the right, open. Another three, leap and leaner short. Sean Harris boards with a hand. Gets it back to a dribble drive, Chris Smith. In the air, back to Sean. Sean goes back up front to Perkins. 1:10 left in the half. Aggies set it up. Leading again, still 33-12. It's been there for a while. Curitan's in the game now.
Yeah,
the Aggie junior out of Indianapolis. Now it's Chris Smith to the right side. Now Trace Curitan, top of the key to Perkins. Perkins off a screen from Sean Harris and a charge. So he runs over Singer.
Offensive foul on Darius Perkins.
So Darius trying to make something happen that wasn't there.
Team foul.
I now have 8 Aggie turnovers first half.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks right.
They're trying hard, but they're not setting many screens. They're just passing and cutting, and they're screaming for screens.
So it was 33-12 at the 3:26 mark, and now we're down to 45 seconds, and the score hasn't changed since then. Bossor shoots it over Colette. No good from 15.
Wow.
Boy, they're really cold. Rebound comes down to Perkins, and now he slows it down. Aggies can take it down to about 5 seconds left here in the first half before they shoot if they don't want to. Now Curitan between the circles to Perkins. Shot clock at 22. Perkins gets it back. On him defensively, Gaynor. 17 to shoot. Sean Harris over on the right. Aggies up by Thornton on the right. Back to Gaynor into the corner. Looked at the three. Mitchell didn't take it. 15 to shoot. Now Gaynor skips it cross court. Singer over in front of the band gets the catch. Now Thornton out the point. Oh, an underneath pass deflected by Chris Smith. He leads to Julian Perry, who runs it down, lays it up, and made the layup. His first 2 of the game after the steal by Chris Smith. That was the 6th turnover of the game on San Jose. 39-14. Now again against the Aggies zone defense. They bounce it inside. Colette reaches around, knocks it away. Now the lead from Perkins down to Colette, who runs it down, saves it back, and it hit the backboard. So the Aggies turn it over. Both sides.
Could have been out of bounds, but they let it go.
Now a three-pointer out of the corner by Thornton is good. So Isaac Thornton, that is his 3rd three-point basket of the year. Coming into the game, he was 2 for 23 from 3. 39-17. Chris Smith down the right. Now a 10-footer on the right side. Perfect. Boy, he's been relaxed and comfortable tonight.
He's a good jump shooter. He's a 15 to 18-foot jump shooter.
He's really explosive shooting it.
Yep.
He's made 4 out of 5 shots tonight. It's 41-17. Aggies by 24. Cross court. Gaynor stepped up for a minute like he was going to shoot. Perkins got on him. Now here's Thornton penetrating. He goes in against Colette. They block the shot away and out of bounds off of Colette. So Spartans will still have it. And I don't know if that really ever hit the rim, but there's 35 in the shot clock.
I think it did. It got right up there into the joint,
Was kind of blocked by Colette a little bit, too.
Yeah, blocked into it. It wasn't going to, but...
Elston Jones checks in for David Colette. So Elston, the freshman from Arizona, getting extensive time tonight. Lob it out front. Bossor makes the catch. Goes cross-court past Gaynor. Off the curl. Thornton baseline to Bossor, and it's 15-footer short. Rebound. Everybody touched it for a while. Finally, Elston Jones gets it. Gets it to Darius Perkins for USU. Brings it down in front of the Aggie bench. Goes back to the top of the key. Now Perry over on the left-hand side to Chris Smith. Dump it low. Elston Jones spins around. Right-hand hook is no good. Rebound off the glass. Grabbed by Mitchell. Brandon Mitchell brings it down for them. He is a sophomore. Thornton's a sophomore. Gaynor's a freshman. Bossor is a junior. Now over on the right, another 3 by Thornton is no good this time. But Mitchell gets the offensive rebound. There's another offensive board for the Spartans.
Yeah.
Runs it out of there.
Somebody's got to put a body on him. You know, they went in too far, came out. Long shot.
Gaynor got it out to Mitchell. Now running around. Mitchell gets it again from Thornton.
They're in the man this time.
Singer, hand off the ball. Thornton works against Julian Perry. Now squares off, drives against him. Now goes on the baseline, and Singer launches and makes a rattle-in 3. That is Singer's first 3. 41-20. Utah State's lead is 21 at the 16-10 mark here in the second half. Free throw line to the right. Chris Smith, and a holding foul as Perkins is driving. Foul's called on Singer. Singer hadn't scored in 5 of the last 6 games he's played.
Really? Well, from where I've seen him shooting, he shouldn't, but he got one in, didn't
Rattled that one in, his first 3 of the season. All right, Perkins inbound the ball, goes to Julian. Perry, 15-footer on the right, got it. So made the layup, now he makes a jumper. 44-17. I think actually the score is 44-20.
44-20.
44-20. Now they got the right score up. 15:50 to go. Cross-court pass. That's Thornton. Free throw line to Singer. Right-hand side Gaynor launches another rainbow, and he makes his second 3 of the game. So he had gone a long ways in between baskets.
Now they've had 3 threes here in this quarter. They're going to try the 3-point thing.
15.5 to go. 21-point Utah State lead, 44-23. Jalen Moore out top of the key. Right side to Darius Perkins. Perkins looked for Jalen underneath. He was there for a minute. They didn't get it to him. Now Smith on the left-hand angle. Chris goes back to Elston Jones. One dribble out front on the angle. Perkins baseline to Perry. Another jumper. Julian, no good. Off the back iron. Rebound to Darius out front. There's an Aggie offensive rebound.
Yes.
And now a 3 by Chris Smith on the right corner, or left corner is short, and Bosser gets the rebound away from Elston Jones. Hemo's done a pretty good job on the backboards.
Yes, yeah.
I think it's about at least eight rebounds, I would have to think, up until now, pretty close for him. Here's Gaynor around the screen, right corner.
7.
Thornton back to Gaynor. Gaynor, the long 3, that one's off, and in fact an air ball. So he made one, then he shoots an air ball, and now we'll have a media timeout. So at the media timeout, the Aggies lead 44-23 in the second half with 14:44 to go, and 2 subs for the Aggies. When we come back, we'll have it for you on the Aggie Basketball Network. And here's your scoreboard here. It's Utah State 44-23 with 14:44 to play. About 17:20 to go, and Boise State still leading at number 24 Colorado State, 39-32 in the second half. And now here comes Wyoming. They're in an 8-0 run to start the second half, and they lead UNLV now 41-37. Bowl game, incidentally, at the half. I guess Mississippi State threw a Hail Mary pass for a touchdown at the end of the first half, but still trail at 21-20 to Georgia Tech at intermission. Your scoreboard brought to you by Hanson Motors. Remember, Hanson's comes with any Hanson purchase comes with a free car wash, free safety inspection, and free tire rotation for as long as you own the vehicle. The red tag sale's on at Hanson Motor in Brigham right now. Sean Harris, Chris Smith, Darius Darius is out. Henry Bolton III is in, and JoJo McGlaston. Those were so Harris, McGlaston, and Henry Bolton check in. Now they're going to chase Henry to the front court. Look like they might double in, but Gaynor just picks him up man-to-man. Now on the wing right goes to Chris Smith. Smith on the right wing. Comes out off the screen, still driving on his man. Leaves it off to Bolton. Back out front of McGlaston, 20 to shoot. Now on the left free throw line extended left, Chris Smith. Dump it low, Elston Jones. Backs in, throws it back out front through the legs of Henry Bolton. It'll go out of bounds. Can't save it. So the Aggies with the turnover. Let's see, how many turnovers now? It's kind of a low pass from the guy inside. That's 9 for Utah State.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
7 for the Spartans. 44-23 with 14:12 to play in the game. Utah State with a big lead. And it was a 27-2 run to finish the first half. Bossor hands off the ball. Gaynor skips it cross court to Singer. Against the Aggie man-to-man defense. Cross court it goes again. Now Gaynor goes low to Bossor. They double Bossor down in there. He backs in against the double, goes between the double, and walks to the ball or jump ball. Alternating possession. San Jose will have it with 8 to shoot on the alternating possession. So they tie up Bossor. Sean Harris kind of with the block there.
They had a nice double. He tried to step through it.
He just kind of stepped into it is what he did.
Into it and pulled the ball up. Either one of them could have got the nice jump.
Spartans have 8 to shoot here. They stack 3 to the right side of the lane, 1 to the left, and then here comes Thornton around the screen to the right. He gets it, a fall away, blocked! On the baseline by Chris Smith.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Chris using some of that skill on the defensive end of the court.
He's anticipated well tonight.
Yeah, he's played, like you said, relaxed. I think his game has been
out front to
solid.
Singer with 5 to shoot. Singer dribble drive, lost the dribble, picked up by JoJo McGlaston. 2-on-1. McGlaston goes down, lobs the ball, and nobody was there for the lob. It slapped to the corner. Henry Bolton's got it. I think he thought Chris Smith was going to sky for it.
Smith wasn't interested in it, was he?
Nope. Now the Aggies run it down, though, and Sean Harris out front to start the offense with Chris Smith. Right-hand side now to JoJo. McGlaston comes to the right wing, lobs inside Elston Jones. Now Jones comes back to JoJo with 12 to shoot. JoJo on the right. Pass it down the middle of Chris Smith, 8 to shoot. Smith puts it on the floor, goes down the left, go to the basket. The runner's good. Chris Smith. So he's got 12.
Yeah, he's loosened up here in the second half. A little more aggressive. I'd like to see him be more aggressive with that shot.
The Aggies have doubled the Spartans now at 46-23. 13 minutes to go. Biggest lead has been 25 in the game. Over on the right, Thornton. Aggies in a zone now this trip. Thornton goes to the free throw line to Bossor, spins around to the left, banks it up, and it won't drop for him. And Elston Jones got the rebound. Okay, kind of become contagious for the Spartans to miss shots for everybody. Now Bolton through the key, hard pass. JoJo got it in the right corner. Dumps the ball Elston Jones, and Elston Jones is fouled as Singer just reached across him with his arms. So Elston will be at the foul line. Second foul on Singer. Aggie basketball also brought to you by Utah Mattress Outlet. If you ever need a spare bed for the company, or you're moving your old bed to a guest room, you need a new mattress for yourself, save 50 to 75% off on mattresses. Utah Mattress Outlet, one of our Aggie sponsors. All right, Elston Jones on the year is 3 for 4 at the free throw line. It's been a while since he's scored many, and his free throws pushed up there and missed. He actually shot the ball better from the line than that one looked earlier.
Yeah, that looked like just, I'll throw this up there, shoot it.
Put some touch on it, Elston.
Get the ball in the air and shoot it straight. That's all you have to do. Just get it up and just shoot it straight.
Crowd's filled in a little bit more now than from the start of the game. And Elston rattles the second one out. It was halfway down, it went out. So he misses both free throw chances. Also with another rebound. 12.5 left. Front court, Aggies by 23. Dribble drive, Gainer. Cut off by Bolton. Goes over to the right. Now he goes back with a pass. Bossor between the circles. Hands it off to Gainer. Cross court passing on the left-hand side to Thornton. Shot clock at 15 as he backs back on Chris Smith. Gets a screen for Bossor. Goes to the left on Chris. Puts up a runner. Tough shot, and they'll call the foul on Chris.
Wow, he didn't have a shot at all. Threw that across.
But he got wild and he got it isolated. He went after Chris.
He just went after it and got nothing.
So now it'll be Isaac Thornton at the foul line. He's only been there 7 times all year. Now, again, he's played 11 of their 12 games, but was not playing extensively with the other guys before suspensions and all these things. I mean, he's been on their team before. He makes the free throw. They never tried a free throw in the first half. Now Perry and Collette back in for the Aggies. Collette still scoreless in the game. He only tried 3 shots. He's been in double figures, I think, 4 or 5 in a row. The second one is missed, and it's knocked out of bounds by Sean Harris, they said. So Sean couldn't run it down after the missed free throw. Bossor and him fighting for it, and San Jose gets it. 46-24. Aggies over the Spartans. 12-10 left to go.
I think the Aggies need to generate their own enthusiasm here a little bit. There's not much in the room.
Well, there's JoJo slapping down the ball. There we go. Picked up on the defense. So the Aggies knock down the pass. Bolton brings it up. Screen from Collette. Bolton gets back to McGlaston, and they pass on the wing, and he said he didn't touch it, and it was touched out of bounds by San Jose, and we'll have a media timeout. 11 minutes and 57 seconds to play. Utah State's lead 46-24, and this is the Utah State Aggie Network.
invite all fans to drop by Wilson Motor Company to register for checks.
Aggies were hot in the first half, shooting 55%, 60 from 3. Second half, they're 4 out of 10 and 1 for 4. So the Aggies are
cooled off a little,
50% for the game. Rebounds are now Spartans 28, Aggies 27, and they have 14 of their 28 on the offensive glass.
Well, we're running people in and out a little bit. We've lost a little continuity. Jalen Moore has been sitting a long time, which is really our trigger offense. So
he's played 21 minutes of the, 38 minutes of this game?
Yeah. Chris Smith is our leader in minutes.
So 28 minutes of this game, 21 of the 28 minutes. Colette still hasn't scored. Moore has 7 rebounds in the game. And San Jose, 3 of 9 this after they went 5 for 34 in the first half of play. And they are 3 out of 5 from 3 this half. Every basket they've made has been a 3 this half.
Yeah, that's it.
They are 0 for 4 from 2 in the game. They have 9 turnovers. The Aggies have 9 turnovers. Okay, Sean Harris to inbound the ball for USU after that timeout. The Aggies have 28 to shoot. Throw it out to Henry Bolton, the third. Freshman guard for the Aggies, covered by freshman guard Gaynor. Throws a bad cross-court pass, fighting for it, getting it down the floor. Oh, great play by Bolton to go back and at least knock away a layup. After he threw the ball away, he went and made another play at the other end. Knocked it away. That is the 10th turnover for the Aggies in the game as Darius Perkins comes in for Bolton. That looked like it was going to be a layup at the other end for Mitchell. And then Bolton flew in and got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. Now they throw it over the head of Gaynor, but nobody's there to pick it up except Gaynor can run back and get it. Now Thornton on the right-hand angle for the Spartans. Thornton over here on the left to Gaynor. Lob it under the basket. The Aggies from the backside knocked it free. Julian Perry knocking it away from over the top.
That time he wasn't open, and they still threw it. It was sandwiched between 2 Aggies.
Bossor only has 1 basket in the game in 7 attempts. He does have 9 rebounds, though. Trace Curitan checks in for JoJo McGlaston for Utah State. Trace again, the junior, 6'4", 185 from Indianapolis. Lob it out to Bossor. Bossor takes it back on the left-hand side. Finds Thornton. Thornton with a posted Singer. Singer goes against Harris. They double him. He spins around in traffic, and they foul him. Colette fouled him to knock the ball free. Colette didn't like the call.
No.
That's his first foul of the game.
David Colette, his third team foul.
Has Colette scored yet?
No. Still has just 3
Isn't
shots.
that something? Yep.
Aggie basketball brought to you by Cartwright Steel. Again, rooted in design, best customer service and value. CartwrightSteel.com for all your project examples to help you, again, get that new building or structure you're looking for from Cartwright Steel. All right, 3-pointer out here on the left is no good by Thornton, and the rebound comes to Sean Harris for the Aggies. Leads to Darius Perkins and brings it up. Throws it over here in the right corner. Tough catch for Perry, gets it. Perkins, left-hand side. Puritan down in the left corner. Sean Harris back out front, Perry. 9 minutes into the second half. Now Sean shovels the ball back to Curitan. Trace comes back to this right side of the pass. Perkins beats his man, goes back to Curitan. Trace had an open shot from 16, didn't take it. Now dribble drives, and the ball's poked away, and he'll go to the foul line. So the foul will be called on Gaynor. That's his second. Fourth team foul. Trace Curitan on the year. 1 for 2 at the foul line. He's only made a free throw. He's 0 for 2 with shots from the field in his limited play. This is the 5th game he's played in for the Aggies this year. So Trace will get the chance here at 2 free throws, and he missed it. It went around the rim and went out. The Aggies this half, Moore made his first 2, and now they missed their last 3.
Yeah, we're not setting anything on fire from the foul line.
Didn't from the start, and haven't. Trace rattles the second one out. Rebounded San Jose State. So the Aggies missed 2 chances there. Still 46-24 Aggies. 22-point lead with 10:40 to play. Have led by 25. Down on the right side. Thornton off the screen. Thornton comes around it. Goes now on the angle. Mitchell shoots for 3 over here on the right side. No good. And Bossor runs it down. And we've got a foul called on Bossor for pushing off to get the rebound. So Evo gets his second foul of the game.
Maybe the offense will pick up a little bit now. We got Jalen in the ball game.
So Moore back in with his 17 points on the night, 2 this half. Darius Perkins runs it up. Basically the starters except for Trace Curitan. Now Perkins, flare pass goes back to Moore, top of the key. Now it's Julian Perry around it. Goes back to Moore on a drive down and a basket and a blocking call because the guy's inside the line.
Yeah, I thought the referee had that from the get-go. He looked down before he looked up to see the feet on the line or inside.
Nice pass by Perry on the kind of the screen and roll around it.
Yeah, it's a good give and go from the middle to the wing.
So Jalen Moore a chance at 20 to get a three-point play to finish it off. Aggies now with the 48-24 lead. Short on the free throw. Aggies have now missed 5 straight free throws here in the second half and still lead by 24. 48-24 with 10:10 to play. Yo-yoing out front is Gaynor. Comes cross court with the pass. Stepping in is Thornton. Finds it back to Singer. A three-point launch on the left is no good. Getting up there to get the rebound is Julian Perry. Nice job by the freshman.
Yeah.
Yep, he jumped way up there. Corralled it. He passes down low to Colette. He throws it out front, Perkins. Now it's Trace Curitan. Fakes his man away. Goes on the baseline of Jalen Moore. Drives underneath. Throws it through the hands of Colette. Picked up, though, by Perry. Still 20 to shoot. Aggies still keep the ball. 9:40 to play. Up by 24. Free throw line extended right side to Perry. Pop out is Colette on the left. They go to Curitan. Curitan now down the middle more. Good screen for him. 17-footer in and out. Colette fights to get the rebound. Boy, he went down hard to get it. And then Curitan out of bounds with the ball. They give it to San Jose. They said Curitan went out of bounds with it first.
Colette is having a tough night. He went right on his keister right there.
Thought he got fouled as he tried to make that play and keep it alive.
Both plays were interesting. Everybody was fighting for the ball as they went out of bounds. I don't know how they decided who to give it to.
And officials don't want to call much now at this point.
Not much, no. There's
48-24 game, 9:20 to go. They have New Year's plans just like everybody else.
They must.
Gaynor to the front court. Screen over there. And Bossor screen for him, and then he lost the ball. Gaynor did in the corner. Well, now hold it. Dick Carmel's going to overturn it and say that the Aggies touched it out.
Basketball.
It did bounce off one of the two Aggies that were there.
22 to shoot and 9:12 left to go in the game. 48-24. Incidentally, Colorado State's finally taken the lead 47-46 in the second half of the game with Boise State. Throw it out to Singer. Cross-court pass. Gaynor finds Singer. A three-point launch on the right. Good! Singer's made 2 threes.
Well, he's started his routine now. That's 2 for the year.
He has 8, and that is a new career high for him. 48-27. 7 had been his previous high. Over on the left to Curitan. Trace free throw line extended left. Down the middle, Perkins. Aggie lead 21. Perkins around the screen. Now 15-foot jumper on the left is no good. Followed by Colette, no good. And we got a rebound foul. Called the foul on Brandon Mitchell, his 4th foul.
His 4th, 7th team foul, bonus situation.
And I guess he fouled Curitan or Colette or Moore. I guess it's Moore.
It's Moore.
No, now Colette's going to the line. Now Michael Irving and
David Colette.
And he had the ball and was going to shoot it, so it is Colette at the free throw line. So it'll be 2 shots with 8:45 left to play. So 48-27 now, 21-point ball game. David Colette has not scored in the game, and he goes to the foul line and he shoots, and he finally, that's the first Aggie free throw that goes in after they've missed 5 in a row.
And it's by David Colette, his first point of the night.
First point of the game. After, again, he's been on this run of double-figure scoring. So now Colette's had, again, double figures all the games in the Gosner. Second one on the way. Miss. But a lane violation. So try again.
Basket violation on the Spartans. Colette.
So 49-27. Colette trying to give the Aggies to the half-century mark here. Colette's second try. No good again. Boy,
well, I tell you, the free throw shooting is just, it looks like they haven't been doing it.
All right, 22-point lead Aggies with 8:37 to play. Thornton didn't want the ball. He was trying to call out the offense. They passed it to him anyhow. Now Gaynor cut off on the drive by Perry. He'll just fire the 3 up on the left wing. In, then out. It rolled around and out. Jalen Moore gets the board and runs the floor. Moore brings it down. Lobs down the middle before Colette got knocked away before they could get it to him. Kohlert knocked it out of bounds, who's checked in. Now Michael Irving's coming in, and he says that Colette touched the ball.
It might have been.
They're going to San Jose.
Spartan basketball.
I didn't think that Colette touched it, but Colette's really not complaining much.
No. It did go bang-bang, I think.
So the Aggies tried to get the run and the break. So now where do the turnovers stand? 11 Utah State, 9 for the Spartans.
Not a bad figure. It's kind of a docile game right now, just getting it over with.
Now Gaynor driving, gets it back. Here's a launch of 3,
he'll
and it's
make
no
those.
good by Thornton. A rebound is David Collette. Gets it to Perkins. Still a 22-point Utah State lead. Darius out front. Right side to Trace Curitan. Curitan down the middle. A run to the basket. Left-hand layup. No. Collette's tried. No. Couldn't make the lay-in.
Tell you, he is really got the freshman blues right now.
Really does. Shovel the ball back to Singer. Launch the 3 down the middle. Miss it. Long rebound.
Wowie.
Moore gets the ball to Perkins. Still 49-27. Now Darius Perkins sets it up. Goes back behind the Perkins screen. Now he drives down against the big guys and gets the foul on Bossor.
That's a funny situation.
All right, Perkins was the one who was fouled as we got the break. So Darius is 1 for 1 on the night and 4 points. He does have 4 assists right now. The Aggies have 14 assists in their 17 baskets. Perkins, guess what? The free throw shooting this half is 3 for 10 for Utah State. It's just like contagious.
Yeah.
And the Spartans are 3 out of 4 this half. They didn't shoot any free throws first half. Perkins second, got it.
There we go.
He tickled the twine perfect there, and there is 50 finally, 50-27.
That was a sigh of relief in the crowd to see a shot look like it was made.
Aggies play their little amoeba, their new zone defense they've used this year, the 1-3-1, and they throw it into the basket, reverse layup. Bullard, the football player, lays it in. Nice assist from Gaynor.
Yeah, very
50-29.
nice.
That might be one of the nicer plays they've had tonight.
We weren't very alert. Goes all the way through the zone. No hands up, no vision.
Now off the screen, Curitan went to pass the ball to Moore. Instead, he goes to Perry over here on the right. Julian backs in, passes to Moore. Jalen corner the key. Pass it over the corner to Julian Perry. 3-pointer on the way. Good. Perry was quiet first half. Now he has 7 this half. Jalen Moore with the assist right there. That's Jalen's first assist with 19 points and 9 boards tonight. 53-29. 24-point Aggie lead and 6:50 to play in the game. Thornton, skip pass over in the corner. Singer's got the long arc 3. He doesn't get it, and there's Jalen's double-double tonight. So he gets the rebound.
He deserves that. He might not get his 20.
Perkins back up front. Jalen fakes the 3. Now he's going to drive into
there
the paint,
it is.
take it down the middle, put it up, and no good, but he'll go to the line. So he'll get 2 free throws at the 20. Foul called on Singer, his third.
His third.
Spartans now have 4 on Mitchell, 3 on Bosser, 3 on Gaynor, and 3 on Singer fouls. Nobody for the Aggies has more than 2.
Let's get his season high here.
Oh,
can you
short
believe
again.
that?
He would have been to his season high a long time ago. He was 3 for 8 at the foul line tonight.
He's missed 5. That's terrible. He won't like that at all, and I know a guy that won't like it, and that's Jimmy.
His dad. All right. It'll be extra free throw. Extra free throw shooting practice coming up for sure. 3 for 9 is where he is at the foul line and still has 19 points, and it's 53-29. The dribble drive, the hook up, the glass by Gaynor is good.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do all the first half. Finally got a touch shot in.
He's had 22-point average the last 2 games, and now he has 8 tonight. Sam Orchard now in at point guard for the Aggies. Curitan dribble drive, 15-footer baseline. Good! Nice job by Earl Curitan. Trace Curitan, who is related to Earl Curitan. That is his first jump shot made on the year. First basket, 2-pointer.
Very good. That's good for him.
55-31. Aggie lead 24, and we're at 5:50. Now Gaynor takes it over to the right in the corner. Vollert looks at the 3 for a minute. Football guy. Gets it back out on the angle to Thornton, who penetrates. Runs into Sam Orchard. Lost the ball. Got it back. Free throw line. Pass it on the baseline to Singer. Reverse layup blocked. And off the hand of Bossner out of bounds, and the Aggies will have it. Now Chris Smith is going to check in for Julian Perry. So right now in double figures, Moore with 19 and Chris Smith with 12 for the Aggies. Nobody for San Jose. Bosser does have 10 rebounds for the Spartans.
And Moore has to have 10 rebounds,
He does
too.
for the Aggies, yep. So Jalen with the double-double. Colette, they're going for the steal. Gaynor, he knocks it down from Orchard. No harm, no foul. The officials say they let Gaynor get away with the ball. He cradles it on the floor, and then Sam Orchard fouled him. So Sam feels like he kind of got mugged to lose the ball, and then he fouled, trying to get it back.
Let that play go. I thought we were going to let him stand up. He just about started, got to his knees.
He did. He almost stood all the way up.
And that becomes traveling, does it not?
It's supposed to be, but it wasn't. 55-31 with 5.5 left. All right, Gaynor across the timeline, drives on Orchard, takes him all the way down, and Orchard bumped him again. Sam with his second foul. Ball be out of bounds for the Spartans. Gaynor says, wasn't I shooting yet? But he wasn't yet to shoot. I mean, normally he's shooting.
Yeah.
He's put up 16 shots tonight, made 3 from the field. They lobbed the inbounds play to Gaynor, or to Singer. He gets it to Gaynor now over the right. He'll drive on Orchard and shoot it over him. 17-footer, missed it. Rebound fought for off the hand of Bossor, out of bounds. Belongs to the Aggies. Bossor does have the double-figure rebound game. All right, 24 points, still the margin, and 55-31. 5:10 left in front of the Aggie bench. Handoff to Curitan. Down the middle to Sean Harris. All right, here's Orchard for 3 on the left wing. He missed it off the rim. Sean tried to get the rebound away, but Bossor got it. He gets the ball to Mitchell. Across the timeline with 5 minutes to play, the Spartans come. So it doesn't look like we'll get any coaches' timeouts this half. We may have to take an extra break there at the end of the game to get those in. Here's a long 3, Gaynor right side. It is no good, and Sean Harris boards. So Gaynor's going to get his 20 shots again. All right, bringing it up is Orchard around a screen. Flare pass over to the right to Chris Smith. Posted is Jalen. Moore goes back down the middle to Curitan. Now Trace, one dribble, off on the wing to Chris Smith. Goes down the middle, lost the ball, picked up. Sean Harris laid in.
Sean Harris for 2.
First 2 of the game for Harris. 57-31. Now 4:15 left. All right, Gaynor across the timeline against that zone. He goes down low to Bossor. He throws it under the basket to Curitan for an easy steal.
There we go.
Trace brings it up for the Aggies. Takes it over to the left. Pass to Sam Orchard on the left-hand side. Now goes out between the circles. Shovel the ball back to Trace. Curitan under 4-minute mark. Now Smith on the right. Sean Harris. Hand off the ball to Curitan. Turnaround 17-footer. Curitan drills another. So a career high continues with 4.
Yeah, that's nice. He's getting broke sweat. He's running good. Getting it done, fun to play.
Another kind of an athletic guy when he gets a chance to play something. There's the biggest lead of the night, 28 now for the Aggies at 58-31. And they throw it right to Curitan again.
What have they got going?
They're helping Curitan to get it down. Chris Smith gets hit. And really, I mean, just Thornton went down and hit him hard, but he didn't do anything really illegal there to get the foul. He just blocked the
Well, he went hard. He went hard for the arms, but he stayed away from the body so
and
that
the
he
head
could come down. Yeah.
59-31 with 3:26 to play. We've got a timeout on the floor, media timeout. This is the Utah State Aggie Network.
Aggie fans, if you're looking for a great job, you should consider working for Conservancy Utility.
Coach asked me a question during the break. Have we shot 50% of the game? No. The highest we shot was 47.5 against Southern Cal, and then the 47.3 against Wayland Baptist was second best.
Yeah, so we're pushing for. We're at 50 right now with 3:26 to go. We got a chance.
And San Jose is 19.6% on 11 of 56 shots in the game for the Spartans right now. Yeah, Colette was on a run of 4 straight games in double figures. That's going to end tonight. Jalen Moore has extended his now to 11 games of having double figures. Chris Smith, first double-figure game in the last 4 for him here tonight. Some of the stat trends and all.
Yeah, we've kind of spread it around a little bit. Yeah.
Decisions made locally at Cache Valley Bank. Here's scores now. Colorado State 62, Boise State 58 with 5:11 to play, and Wyoming leads UNLV 60-57 with 6 minutes to play. And in the bowl game, Georgia Tech 35-20 over Mississippi State in the Orange Bowl. Those are the scores for Locker 42, the place to get all your Aggie gear. If you didn't for Christmas, make sure you get that Aggie gear for you. In Locker 42 with the 2 stores in Aggie hoodies. Boy, everybody needs that with the cold weather. We had such cold wind. Anybody's listening outside of the valley and around the world, it was so cold and windy this week for a couple of days.
It was cold.
Miserable. Chris Smith goes out.
Nice game by
he's
Chris.
had for a while. Chris with 14 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists, and the Aggies lead by 30. And that's what the small student section over there gets to say, up by 30. All right, Bullard out of the corners. The Aggies play zone defense. Incidentally, Connor Fry is in the game now for the Aggies. And here's Vico Nomoaya checking in. He did not get back after the Christmas break for the game against Wayland Baptist. Had a family emergency. But he swiped the ball but couldn't get it there. Now the three-point shot is on the way, and it's way short, and Connor Fry got away with a foul on that play as Vico brings it up. Nomoaya brings it all the way down, goes to the basket, scoop shot short. Rebound to Mahoney for the Spartans. Now he passes on the right to Bullard. Bullard out front. Thornton takes it into the paint, goes down, blocked away from the side by Elston Jones. Picked up, though, by Mahoney. 2:49 to play. Go under the basket to Bossor, and then he travels. Actually, double dribble.
He should have caught it and shot it. He had Orchard on him, and the big guy was out. Jones was out.
That's why he decided to dribble one more time to get closer against the small guy.
Just turned around and put it in the hole.
2:36 left to play. Aggies lead 61-31 over San Jose State. And remember, it was